Hello, and welcome back to Tea Time with Suzanne. As you know, the tea in tea time is not something we drink, but you can get a cuppa if you want before we begin. The T stands for travel and for transformation. In honor of the recent launch of astronauts to the International Space Station, today we are going on a mission to inner space, the least well-known territory of all for most of us. This will be the longest trip we have ever taken together, so pause play while you get a drink or a snack and get ready. We will be diving deep into inner space today, so we will need oxygen. Let's begin to charge our tanks by breathing in deeply and slowly. In and out. In and out. In and out. I like to think of my imagination as a smooth wooden stage in the center of my heart space. On this stage, I watch stories friends tell me, or that come from books, movies, or videos, and most especially ones my soul tells me that she hears from the source of life. Indeed, this is where I go to pray. All set? Let's get comfortable, strap in, close our eyes, and start the descent. Here we go. Breathing deeply, feeling our bodies settle into our seats, held safely by the gift of gravity, the massive body of the earth. Letting our eyes close now, letting them close. Breathing in peace, breathing in kindness from the source. Listening to the silence. Can you hear it? The soft sound of a drum from far away. It is the sound of a heartbeat. We decide to follow it through the darkness. And soon we see a light growing nearer and nearer. The drum's sound also is growing louder. And as we listen and approach more closely, we sense our own hearts beating in time with it. Thrum, 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 thrum. We begin to feel the reverberation of the great heartbeat coming through the soles of our feet, washing over our skin, cleansing us of tension, anxiety, fear, all dropping away. Approaching the light, we see a vast temple open to the sky, emerging from the darkness of night. There are immense white arching ribs enclosing the vast space. It is beautiful and awe-inspiring. Where are we? With shock, we realize that we have followed our heartbeat to the temple of love inside our own body. This is where love makes its home, deep within each of us, safe and warm and immensely powerful. The drum has not ceased to beat, and as we begin to look around in the soft light, we see the temple's acolyte, a tall, dark-haired woman with a wreath of white lilies around her head, approaching us with a gentle smile and a gesture of welcome. "Greetings, child of love. My name is Alma," she says, and her contralto voice is warm and kind and vibrant. We long to hear it again, and we're glad when she starts to speak. "Welcome to this sacred place. I sense that you have brought some things with you that you need to release or perhaps forgive. Please do that now before you enter." She waits patiently until we are finished releasing them. And watches as they turn to smoke and waft toward the sky. "Some things have followed you here that you need to embrace," she says. "Or perhaps they need more attention from you. You will need to bring them with you into the temple. See how eager they are to accompany you?" And as we turn to look, a crowd of children surrounds us. They are thin and dressed in rags. Some look older than their years. Some cringe when we look at them. Others hold out their hands to us pleadingly. We spend some time sorting out which ones are ours, sitting down with them, listening to their stories. They explain that they are rejected parts of ourselves, parts we are ashamed of, or we're afraid that they will get us into trouble. As we embrace each one, they start to cry with relief at our acceptance. And we are astonished to see them slowly melt into shimmering lines of silver and gold energy and be absorbed into our skin. As they enter us, we feel a sense of lightness and comfort. They have come home, and their gratitude fills us. Alma has waited through all of this without any sign of impatience. Now she speaks to us again in that loving voice. "I will take you now to the heart of the Temple of Love, and there you may present yourselves and address the guardian." At the sound of that name, a little shiver of anticipation shakes our hearts, and we notice that the booming of the drum has gained in volume. Breathing deeply, we follow Alma down the corridor, which we had not noticed when we entered. It is lined with scenes from our lives, so vivid we feel we might walk into them and be in another place altogether. Here we are in our first day of school. New clothes, new shoes. There we are at our 10th birthday party, blowing out the candles and cutting the cake. On the opposite wall is the scene of our graduation. Over there, a photo of us with someone we love deeply. Over there, we are talking to crowds of people. Another scene shows us crying alone in our bedroom. Another holding a newborn child, overwhelmed with our feelings of love and and tenderness. There are hundreds of scenes, more real than we could ever remember them. Who has saved these? They must love us very much. Passing through a massive archway, we find ourselves in a spacious hall, at least 3 stories high, covered with blossoms. Here Alma leads us, though we barely notice. There is a presence in the hall that makes every cell in our bodies tingle with a delightful energy and a scent. Citrus, jasmine, gardenia, frangipani, we cannot tell. But it invigorates us as we inhale it so deeply to the point where we want to shout or dance or laugh or sing. And the voice, when it comes, deep and high, strong and sweet, laughing and sighing, mysterious, yet as well known as the voice of our beloved. That voice shivers our foundations, and we know for sure. Home. We are home. We feel it in every part of our being. The presence is the God of this temple, infinitely loving, infinitely concerned with every detail of our existence and with every existence. Our awe is so great we can scarcely breathe. Every breath comes as a surprise after the longest pause when we have forgotten our need for air. The voice begins again as a hum within our bones, private, special, a message just for us from love. And this is how it begins. I welcome you to my temple, the temple of love, where you have lived unconsciously for many years. I'm glad that now you are awake and can participate in the vital work of this place. It exists to fill you with love, and you exist to broadcast that love to every place and person you visit. When the great work is complete, love will be all, in all, and no time, place, or being will believe itself outside of love. The voice continues, now a low rumble, speaking to each of us what we need to know or do. When the full message is complete, the voice urges each of us and all of us together, open to the peace of love. As we open ourselves, the voice commands, receive the peace of love. As we receive it, the voice grows louder. Send the peace of love to every being in every place. And so we do. voice comes again. Open to the healing of love. As we open ourselves, the voice commands, receive the healing of love. As we receive it, the voice grows louder. Send the healing of love to every being in every place. Then the voice urges again, open to the joy of love. As we open ourselves, the voice commands, receive the joy of love. As we receive it, the voice grows louder. Send the joy of love to every being in every place. Then the voice urges again, open to the strength of love. As we open ourselves, the voice commands, receive the strength of love. As we receive it, the voice grows louder still. Send the strength of love to every being in every place. Voice continues. You may return here as often as you wish. Remember, The place is inside you. The temple, the home of love is you. We are wherever you are. As the beautiful voice subsides, we gather ourselves as if we had been dreaming and slowly awakened. We open our eyes and feel so much compassion and acceptance. We know it is time to return, but we know too, we will come here again. Coming back up now, opening our eyes. Was that a good trip? You can go again anytime you like. I'd love to hear your reactions and suggestions in the comment box below. Thank you for coming today. See you again next Saturday night